in
to Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these studs.
because they know the brews.
And they know the Bucks. And they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
Save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks and brews.
brews.
Bucks and Brews.
So, welcome back to Pops and... Oh, no, that's a different show. Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. I say Pops and Pennies because I'm only drinking pop tonight.
You drinking pop?
I'm only drinking pop tonight. I had so much to drink on Saturday. Nick's looking around like, are we doing Pops and Pennies?
I'm not sure what's
I
going on
had to
here.
drink on Saturday too, and I'm still drinking.
I'm not drinking. I had so much to freaking drink. Like, I was not drunk when I got home, but I was very, very drunk by the time my wife got home.
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot of that.
Oh, do you remember texting me?
Yes, I remember texting you and we were telling you were an asshole because you wouldn't come over.
And then some.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, just how much of the biggest world's piece of crap I am because
Because you wouldn't come over and drink with us and watch baseball.
oh my god.
You
By
ever
the
see
time I
Tiger
get there,
King?
you're gonna be passed out.
You were wifeless, you were daughterless. I mean, I would
was.
probably do the same thing you would. I'd be like, I'm sleeping.
I literally it just took me to, and I drank, but I had at my daughter's event, so I couldn't go crazy. And I'm sitting here going, oh man. And then I was having really, really bad acid problems, right? Like between the stuff we ate, between the drinks, plus then I went out to tacos, like, and I was just, this is not, my belly was burning all night. Like I couldn't have enough Rolaids.
Mike and I had a whole plan for Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
We were going to get home from Beer and Donut Fest. I ordered pizza on the way home so we had something to eat because he was very drunk.
Yeah.
We were going to watch the Cubs game even though they'd already played. So we watched the Cubs game. He was going to crash the night. We were going to wake up the next day, hang out, watch the Cubs game in the afternoon. He went
did
home.
everything up until watching the Cubs game in the afternoon.
Huh? Yeah.
He
He
did everything.
went home at like 2 hours before the Cubs game started. He was like, I
Oh,
am so
buddy.
tired. I'm like, I am too. He goes, kind of want to go home and go to sleep. I said, I'm not going to lie. I will not be offended if you go home because if you leave, I'm going to sleep. I never did take a nap, but I just kind of laid around the rest of the
I
damn
should
day.
have texted you boys all day Sunday. Come on over. Come do this. Come.
I need to go get a hat.
The hangover was real. So
Oh.
hit us with your beginning, Nick.
So as always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. Hope you enjoyed our quick introduction. All right, today, David, we talked about you drinking pop. I'm drinking the tried and the true, always the blue Bud Light. And it's like someday they're gonna wise up and sponsor us.
I mean, they really should at this point.
It's
Get
like,
hats.
Mike went and got his new hat. We're all wearing a new hat today.
we are, and they
I was debated wearing the other new hat that I got, which was for one
Donut
of
and
those
Beer
little breweries.
Festival, Donut Worry Beer Happy, and it's trademarked.
It is trademarked.
I did not know that.
So, themed episode today, we are going to talk about the Donut and Beer Festival that took place in Comstock Park, Michigan on May the 6th, which was somebody's birthday. Happy birthday, Michael.
Happy birthday, Michael.
We decided to do that. I did not have softball that day, and Mike wanted to do something fun for his birthday. He wasn't really looking forward to his birthday till this event popped up, and he's like, I think we should go do that.
Yep.
And I talked to Nick, and I'm like, I think we could, promote the hell out of Bucks and Brews, and that's exactly what we did. We went and promoted the hell out of Bucks and Brews.
And then some, right?
So we got VIP tickets.
We did.
VIP got you in an hour early.
Yep.
You got 10 drinking food tickets instead of 6.
Yep.
You also got the option to purchase more tickets before they went on sale to the general public at a discounted price.
Yep.
So prices were $2 for a donut ticket, or
No $1 for a donut ticket.
no, they were $2 for a donut ticket or $3 for a beer ticket if you bought them when the event opened at 2.
Oh wow.
We bought them before 2 o'clock, so we got them for 1 and 2. I mean, we didn't buy more donuts, but
Yeah.
we bought 10 more beer tickets each.
Yep.
And found out quickly that we shouldn't have,
Yeah.
because one person came up to us and, oh, you guys got the podcast, right? And Mike and I are like, yeah. Oh, you guys sound awesome. Here's all of our tickets.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, cool.
Yeah, like,
Thanks, mister.
When we got separated right before you left,
Yeah.
I had another person come over, gave us non-alcoholic tickets, gave us donut tickets, and gave us like 8 more beer tickets.
Wow.
And at that point, we were trying not to have anything else because somebody was hammered
Yeah.
and I needed to be able to drive.
Yeah. And there were 5-ounce pours, right? And that was what I was trying to explain because somebody's like, oh man, you get totally wasted. I was like, look, 10 tickets, 50 ounces. I mean,
Yeah, but I guarantee you, when you didn't like that one
Mead.
Kaiser, and you
Okay.
poured like the 3.5 or 4 into mine, I mean, that was basically like drinking a full bottle
Yeah,
of
of
something
course.
that's like 12%.
No, and it's and I'm trust
That's
me. There was
really
a
what
couple.
knocked
The
me
one
on my
lady's like, "Do you guys
ass.
want to double?" And I was like, "Heck yeah!" Like pour it. It's great. But I mean, I guess 10 tickets is 50 ounces, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we were going crazy.
Yeah,
It
we
was-
weren't there to get hammered. Like
Yep.
I was never drunk.
Yep.
Mike definitely drank more because he drank some of yours.
Yeah.
And I gave him extra tickets
Extra tickets,
because
like
I did not want to, get hammered or anything. I needed to drive home.
Right.
So he was definitely drunk and having a great time. He had a great time.
Great birthday.
I am so glad we did it.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to talk about some of the things. Mike, give me your recap real quick before we go on to some of the shit we got, people we talked to.
I drank a lot.
Let's say
Man, a few
I got
words.
some swag.
the
Who was your favorite beer place, Mike?
I mean, honestly, I really, for people I never drank their stuff of versus people I have, and that's why I'm using their Cup Cozy today, is the brewery Outre, which was
Yeah,
the one at the very, very tail end where everybody was looping around to get to that one donut spot.
I like them and they liked us a lot. They want to have us down.
yep.
I really
But
like
they're in downtown Kalamazoo, so I mean it's close to me, and that makes
Yeah.
me happy. I mean, unfortunately, feel like I need to be a regular other places too, but that'll give me another spot to go once in a while.
I really enjoyed the Pink Barrel Cellars. Not just a fruity brewery.
Yep.
I thought they had really good stuff.
Yep.
Nick, who did you really like?
Beer wise or entertainment or what?
Beer wise.
Beer wise. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, I really enjoyed being able to try that new stuff from Cranes, right?
Yeah.
That was surprising to me. There was a meadery there, and I forget who they were. It wasn't Arctos.
It was
the
that
other
first one. No, it was the first one we went to, not the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't Arctos.
That
No, 'cause
was
Arctos was the
Arctos.
first one we went to. It was the second one I liked. I gave you the first drink, but then I had the second one and I
Oh,
liked
you had
that.
the second one. Okay.
The first one I didn't, but the second, and then, so it was sorry, it wasn't even it wasn't even a meadery. It was the kid who had some really fun flavored beers. And I'll know about it when we go through our list. We just made connections with a lot, but he had some really great beers. I really enjoyed it and was doing well. He just starting out. So, but no, I really I go to Cranes quite a bit. So I really kind of enjoyed that interaction that I had. So that kind of stuck out to me.
Yeah, I thought brewery wise, we had a lot of good breweries there.
Yeah.
I was quite happy with it. Thought that the donuts were okay. I mean, that's something you need to have, It gave options. That was fine.
Yeah.
Not a huge donut guy.
See, and
I
I
think-
am.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't like donuts, but
And
They
there were
didn't have the
times they
donuts
tasted
I
a little
liked.
stale, but it's harder because they probably
Right.
had to make them all at 5, 6 o'clock this morning or
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
And by the
Well-
time like 1:30, 2 o'clock rolls around, they're not fresh, and donuts don't stay
Right.
more than a few hours.
Well, and I'm not a huge fan of a cake donut, if that makes any sense, right?
you like
So-
a yeast donut.
Yeah.
That's my wife.
Right. So,
I like both.
don't get me wrong.
I do too.
Not like I'm not going to eat it, but I'm just saying if I had an option. But I enjoyed myself quite a bit. We had some non-alcoholic stuff, which was really fun.
We got a nice contact with the pop guy,
Yeah.
which
And-
I have his stuff in here somewhere.
Yep. And then the guy that used to own a brewery now owns a non-alcoholic thing.
Yeah.
He's got the CBD stuff. That was, when you guys bailed on me, that's where we got the hat from.
Yeah.
Like I made huge connections with that. So we'll reach out to them. It was great, right? Because I'm talking, you guys kept all the stuff and we're just like, here,
Yeah, we just kept throwing stuff in the bag and then we just kept
Yeah.
handing out our shit.
the hard part is like, we all like Revolution Brewing.
Yeah.
Their booth was kind of boring
It was.
in the sense of things, but then we ended up in line with the rep type thing. And she's amazing, had a
Yeah.
great time. But it was just because, we instantly walked in, they weren't ready for it type thing.
That was
It's
the
like-
first place we went.
and because they didn't bring some of the beers that we were
Right.
wanting, right? again, Bell's was there. Bell's a great brewery, but they
We
didn't
had Bell's
have.
anytime,
They didn't
and,
have.
yeah,
the-
it was
well, granted, they had Oberon, which I'm not a huge Oberon fan. They had stuff that other
Yeah.
people would absolutely love.
all day. I think was there.
All day would be from Founders, but
What's
But
the
they
one
did. They had
they had
What's their IPA?
Lager of the Lakes there.
Okay,
well,
They
they had
had-
Lager of the Lakes. They had that, and then they had the Hop Slam.
Yep.
Hop Slam. That was
which
it.
is which is great, but and they're all really good beers, but it's just like, to me it was like, man, I know the things you guys can make, and this is what
It
you
was
brought.
a-
That's
What I
great
mean-
if you never have Bells.
Exactly.
think the
But if
big
somebody
thing
that
is-
has it,
They could only each one could basically only bring 3 things,
Yeah, and they were limited on what alcohol content they were allowed to bring.
and that too.
Right.
Yeah,
'Cause,
because like New Holland could bring Dragonspell.
Right, they couldn't bring, and so that was the other thing. Like, bring, I don't want to just pick on Bell's, but it's like New Holland as well, right? I was like, you have so much awesomeness, and you brought me this. Like,
Well,
they
even
do
then,
Poet too,
like-
don't they?
yeah,
Yeah, and they didn't have
How
that.
much we enjoy BrewDog.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
We only had the one that we would actually drink, which was a lager.
it was
that was the Mexican
uh,
lager, right?
it was the Caddyshack one.
Okay.
What was the Caddyshack one? I don't remember. It was Bushwood something.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they otherwise they had like a couple of
They had a couple of
IPAs.
IPAs, Elvis and another one.
Mhm.
You know,
the
and-
Elvis juice and then the other hazy.
yeah. And I mean, I don't like sours really. I mean, I did have one that I liked. I don't remember from where, but like their Pride sour that they have.
Yep.
I'm not a huge fan of it, but I'll drink that
Yep.
because it's a Pride beer. But they didn't have that.
well,
Well,
they
even
say,
the one that we had gone to where it was like one was like advertised as like a lime lager, and then that what they actually advertised as like a sour. Like
Mhm.
the one that you had gotten, which wasn't the sour, was more sour than the one that I had gotten, which was
Yeah.
I don't remember which place that was.
I don't either. It was a lemonade that I got, and the sour was less sour than the lemonade that I got.
right.
Well, let's dig into some of these
Yeah,
places.
sure.
Got a whole bunch of swag. So Mike already mentioned brewery Outre in Kalamazoo.
Trey.
Outre.
Outre. You'd think I
Um,
know how to say that because I did take 2 years of French.
They actually had a really good peanut butter porter,
They did.
right? Yep, because of 25% off.
We really liked that. You were not as huge of a fan.
It's not, but I mean, from what everybody else was, and okay, so again, when people are like, "Ooh, this is great," okay, that's good, that's fine. Again, I'm here. You asked for my opinion.
Mhm.
You didn't ask for, hey, this, and so I said, hey, look, if I'm going to compare it to Jaden James Brewing, which hands down has
Monkey butter, best
Right.
best peanut butter.
the Bob's peanut butter porter is hands down my favorite, right? It is the best flavor, the best everything. They're back now. I'm very excited. So, right, if you're going to compare, but
Yeah.
the best there, yeah, okay. But if you want me to go out of my way to get it, I'm not going to, right? Plain and simple.
So this one excited me. This is not a beer. This was Kitty Wampus Soda Brewing.
Yeah, out of
So-
Holland.
yeah, Soda Joe. We
Yep.
talked to quite a bit. We plugged pops and pennies to him. He thought that was great.
Yep.
So we're
Oh.
definitely going to reach out to Joe and hopefully have him on the show.
Yep.
And they've got
Guy
a cool
chasing a
name.
dream.
Yes, maybe we can do some kind of partnership with him with pops and pennies. Who knows?
Let's
And it's
hope
a
that
cool
something
name.
happens.
Soda Joe Groenhoff.
No, Kitty Wampus.
Kitty Wampus Soda.
Kitty Wampus.
It's a cool name.
Yes, it's a cool name. I
Oh,
thought he
cool
said,
name.
what was the name?
I thought he said, "Give me the full name."
Oh, yeah.
This whole time, you and I are thinking full name.
Oh, well, shit happens, right?
Cool name.
Also with brewery. That Mike?
Outre.
Outre.
Outre, thank you. We got a 25% off any full pour or flight.
Yep.
Which expires the beginning of July, my birth month. So we'll need to make sure we get down there and do that. Toppling Goliath Brewing from Iowa. They were fun.
Actually, he was a really cool guy to
I
talk to.
really like talking to him, even
Yeah.
though Mike and I made some Iowa sucks
Well, we
jokes.
made the comment about that's about the only good thing that came out of that's come
Absolutely.
out of Iowa.
But he admitted he's the northeast corner, so
Yeah.
he's not all the way into the Iowa people.
And
So,
I really enjoyed their beer.
Yeah.
They had some good stuff. I like talking to him. I don't have a card from him, but we're gonna have to reach out to them.
yeah, we'll figure it out.
Alaskan Brewing, we talked to Dave,
Yep.
who's a sales rep.
Yeah, which Dave really, because you guys were talking to the people. So here's how our time went, right? We walk up there like, oh, hey, you're gonna go up to Alaska Brewing, and so all of a sudden you guys are getting a drink, and I hear, yeah, it's about how you do your money or whatever, and I was like, let's sit and talk. What do you mean, money, boys? Like, here we go. Yeah, and so sat and talked. You guys ended
Yeah.
up sitting and talking to them,
Yeah.
and I'm going to get drinks and shooting the crap with Mr. Roof and doing all that. So, yeah, I say Dave said he's down to talk with us.
Alaskan Brewing. I got some looks like tattoos there from.
Yeah, tattoos and other random little swag from them.
Yeah, a lot of swag from these places. It was great. Odd Brothers Craft Cider from Homer. We talked to him quite a bit too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the guy, right? Yeah, because he was from Homer, between
Yeah.
Jackson and Battle Creek. And
Right. And we kept going, where's Homer?
Yeah. that was the one
I knew where Homer was.
that was the one I really enjoyed because he had really fun ciders, things
Yep.
like that. So that was the one I was talking about in the beginning, where it was like, hey, I like what they
Wasn't that
did.
the one that had the sriracha?
I might
I don't think-
Maybe. That might have
Yeah,
been the that might have been though the
no, that was the sriracha because it wasn't hot. It was, just had the flavor of
Yeah.
it, so it wasn't the spiciness.
We had Johnny Bootlegger, original Club Tales cocktail in a can.
Yep.
We met Michael Yapo.
Yep.
From there.
Really, so guys, again, that one was really fun for me because I mean, it literally was a cocktail in a can.
Yeah.
It was like, holy cow, like I didn't have to sit here and mix this all, and it was
Yeah,
just ready to go.
I think I had the
Yeah.
margarita one, which was very good. You had
Bahama Mama
I-
and
yeah. was it Sex on the Beach.
Sex on the Beach.
Yeah.
Yep.
because that was the one that was just past that one
Yep. The
like,
non-alcoholic,
like
Yeah.
energy
Which we're
style
coming up
drink
to
like
here
we
in a
were
minute.
Talking about.
Beatbox, which is 11.1 alcohol by volume.
which was really awesome. So
Was Roberto we talked to.
yeah, so apparently they take their stuff, they get it, they ship it to Mexico and somewhere else, they box it up, ship it back. I was like, hey, what are you surprised me with? Blue raspberry.
Yeah.
Most potent, most fun. They also had a lemonade and they had another one, but everything was just it's a summer drink. I
Yeah.
mean, you can carry that around like a box of water. It was just, I love the fact that it's recyclable. I love the fact that it's an alcoholic beverage and it tastes amazing.
Yeah,
So,
it was really good.
really enjoyed that.
Nick and Mike both loved Adam Dickey from Full.
Yeah.
Full gave them a nice hat.
Oh, dude,
Fuel Your Quest is
and it's a purple
for
hat,
alchemy.
right?
Yep, it's purple
Mhm.
hat. They had a bunch of non-alcoholics.
Yep.
So talk about a little bit about that because you talked to him. a
Everything
long
there
time.
was it's the guy you said he was like had been a drinker, but then he moved into non-alcoholic.
Well, he owned the brewery.
Or yeah,
Yeah, he
brewery.
owned Atwater Brewing. And then they moved into this, which now they have some energy drinks, right? They have a CBD infused drink, and then they have quite a few
That was the one with CBD.
Yeah.
I remember now. Yeah, you talked to him quite a bit about that.
quite a few non-alcoholic beverages. And I was like, look, it was like, we are Bucks and Brews. We love to talk beer, right? We don't care if that beer is non-alcoholic or if it's alcoholic. We don't drink to get drunk in the sense we drink because we enjoy the flavor of this stuff, right?
Yes.
And he goes, dude, that's what a real beer drinker is, right? That's what a true person that enjoys this. And I was like, that's exactly who we
Mm-hmm.
are, right? And so we did, dude, honestly, we probably had a good 40-minute conversation. I mean,
That's
So-
where we lost you because you were having such
Yeah.
a good talk with him.
and I mean, they hooked me up with a lot of nice, really awesome stuff. I mean, again, the hat, right? Things like that. So I'm really, really happy to hopefully we have them on.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna have to start reaching out to everybody, but
Yep.
I think we need to have a lot of these people on. I was very impressed with the Pink Barrel Cellars. That was from Ed Dunback and Girls Farm Market,
Yep.
which is
Yeah.
somewhere north, I think,
Yep.
maybe.
I say, I
I think it was
don't
north.
remember where they're.
I don't know. They had really fun flavors,
Yeah.
really good tasting beers.
Yep. One-
Or ciders, but
one that's fun for us. We do frequent just because, but it's great to shake the owner's hand always and get to know him better. And he's excited to have us come in and I'll explain a little more when you present it.
so yeah, we met Linus from Three Gatos in Wyoming.
Trace.
Sorry.
It's got those.
But
it's
it
three.
is 3. Yeah.
Which is Three Cats.
Yep.
In Wyoming, which is over Burlingame and 44th Street.
Correct.
I've gone to a couple different trivia nights there. I won Star Wars trivia night with the great Scott Rosema
There you go.
and the great James Lowry. And I got my ass kicked at Parks and Rec trivia with the great Nick Watkins.
Hey, that
And what did
happens. Okay.
what did we hear is the next one they're doing coming up? The It's Always Sunny in
Always
It's always
Philadelphia.
sunny in Philadelphia, yeah. Let's say which I'm not gonna. I mean, I'll go, but I'm not gonna go.
I've never seen that.
Um,
I've
I
seen
would
like 2
know-
episodes.
I would know it would be kind of like how that first Star Wars one I went to you guys with, the one that was out on
In
Chicago
Hudsonville?
Drive or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was
Where-
like I could answer like the first 3 questions. After that, I was
It was
done.
game over.
Yeah, it was me, Jason, and Scott after that.
Yeah, but so, you know, we're talking, and I said, you know, I've never ordered a beer there.
Right.
So this is a true fact, right? I've never once ordered a beer.
After you tell this story, I want Mike to say how sometimes he picks beers at Apoptosis, but go ahead.
There you go. So he's like, what? And I was like, look, you guys have a wheel for a reason. He goes, all right.
A wheel.
You know how I got, he goes, you know how I got this wheel? The guy's in there and he's a little tipsy at the time. And he goes, man, you guys need a wheel. That'd be so much fun. So he goes, I went out and bought a wheel. And the guy comes in, you know, the next week or whatever. And he looks at the wheel and he goes, oh, a wheel. That's an awesome idea. Good job, man. And he looks at me and goes, it was your idea. It's a, so, you know, to me, I'm like, dude, I love it because I'm a connoisseur of beer in itself. I want to get all flavors. There's stuff I don't enjoy, but I'll still try it, right? And normally when I walk in, the only thing I usually tell them is, look, I don't love lavender and I don't love florally beers. So if you pick that, or if I get that, that's completely fine. That's the only thing I'll do in a short, and I'll still drink it, but it's going to follow up with something just because I want to try it. I still want to. I just know what I don't love. Right. And so that's the fun. But anyway, Mike, how do you pick Apoptosis?
Okay, you'll appreciate this because it
I'm
falls
hoping
right
so.
into things that you've talked about before. They have right now what they can fit 12. So they've bought, because they're similar, like kind of little gamers themselves, some D12s. So
I'm
I
loving
roll
it
a D12,
every time.
and it's the same thing. Now that they've got a few newer things on there, I've done a little more of well, that's new. Give me that one instead.
Sure. And trust me, don't get me wrong. After I've been, like Trace got this again, I don't order. I mean, in theory, I just go, hey, do you have anything new? I always want to try that. I look at it as not ordering it.
Right.
It's just, hey, and then otherwise just bring me a beer, right? So I do the same thing you do because I want to try the new things.
But I'm
I
like
had
you.
the-
If it's going to be like a really happy beer, which I don't like,
Yep.
they know to only give me the small pour.
Yep. And you still want to try it, right? That's the biggest key.
Yeah.
And the only thing that they've had that I haven't liked was what they actually advertised as a double hop bomb, because even their New England IPAs were not that happy.
Well, I mean, a double hop's gonna. Yeah.
So
So
and the New England style anyway kind of curbs it because they throw the cream and stuff in it.
let's say, speaking of, well, we've already talked about this brewery, so this is a Mike
Maria Utrecht.
Outre. It was funny. There was a bunch of wheels, and you can get prizes at places. And every time I was like, "Can Koozie," and every time I got a Can Koozie at all these breweries. So that was really fun.
You're gonna have to remind me of this one. Blackgrass Cider Works.
Mm-hmm.
Does it ring a bell, guys? Because I grabbed a sticker,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't
I
particularly.
would almost need a map to
impression.
remember.
It was funny because I was hoping you boys had my back on that one.
Yeah.
So
So 3 of us. I'm sure they had great beer or
Mhm.
ciders. I don't remember.
There was
Yeah.
nobody I was really like, of what I picked, there was, I would think the worst of the things that I picked that I drank was actually, and again, I think it was just because of how much I ended up having after you basically dumped your cup into mine. I think was that size at the one place.
sure.
We also had
That's
archival.
also what knocked me on my ass.
We also had Archival Brewing.
Yep.
Which
Everybody, they're
yeah,
just
they're
right.
well known. Good stuff.
Yep.
We
Mhm.
talked about Brewdog already. We had Brewdog. Love Brewdog.
Brewdog
Yeah.
is awesome.
Their sticker up there, their pride sticker on
Yep.
the wall behind me.
Got that one on my car.
Nick's trying to look up black grass here. Is it black grass?
Yeah,
It might
Um,
actually help to remember kind of what they had.
they're in Rochester Mills.
I do kind of remember that because I remember looking and being like, "Oh yeah, they're from the east side of the state."
Griffin. What does it say? Griffin Claw Brewing. Maybe it was a Griffin Claw, and then their cider is called that.
Could
So
be.
they were under Griffin Claw.
That very
because
well could
Griffin
be.
Claw was there. Okay,
Because I
so
remember Griffin Claw. We
Um,
we had them.
yeah, so
And
that's what
maybe
it was.
that's what that
Griffin
was
Claw Brewing was
actually-
there, and they actually have a
Sticker.
cider side, and it's called Blackgrass. That's why we didn't
Perfect.
remember it. Okay,
Yep.
because we're
Okay.
like, man, I don't remember.
Look at
Okay.
you being smart there, Nick.
Yeah,
We had
That's kind
Thornapple
of like
Brewing.
when you get like shorts and then you get like the shortcut ciders.
well, right. It's like going. I've never called it Jaden James until I come onto here and until I tell people about their peanut butter porter.
Right.
Never once do I call it Jaden James.
You call it Cascade Winery?
100%.
Because that's what it is.
I'm going to Cascade Winery.
Well, and they have a distillery now too, which
Yeah.
I still call Cascade Winery because it's all the same
I
fucking
would
thing.
say I'm going. Oh, I'm going to.
If I talk about the beer specifically like you, I will say Jaden James because nobody's gonna know.
Right. That way you know, hey, this is exactly what
Right.
you want. But otherwise, really, I'm like, hey, you're gonna go to Cascade Winery and you're gonna get a peanut butter porter.
Yeah.
Oh, at a winery? Like, and
Seems
no, it's
weird.
called Jaden James. They have different things.
Yeah.
and- all right. So this is I lied. One of my favorite interactions.
Thornapple Brewing Company.
One of my favorite interactions.
Discuss.
Sorry. So I'm gonna text her right now.
Oh,
Again, as a reminder. So Thornapple is not far from us. They're in
Yep.
Grand Rapids. I said, are you guys on the Thornapple River? She said no. You would think we would, because that's the only thing anybody knows about Thornapple and
Yeah.
for us, right?
There's a Thornapple Kellogg, and then there's actually a Thornapple golf course down Plainwell Way.
Yep. But so right, we get to talking, we talk about Bucks and Brews, and her eyes light up for her husband. She goes, holy crap, I am so excited for my husband to talk to you guys. He's gonna absolutely love it. He loves talking about where he started. And she kind of gave us the spiel, and I don't want to ruin any of it
No.
for you guys. But I will tell you, just like, because that's what we
Yeah,
do.
I
it's
do
what
remember
we
this now.
dive on,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, well, we'll hold it because I want to hear it, but like, let's record this because we basically did a podcast right there. And so I'm really, really excited about that.
yeah, I really did enjoy that little interaction there. So we saw, of course, I got the Griffin here for Griffin's Claw.
Nope. Sorry, that's
Again,
Is that Dragon's,
Dragon's
Milk?
Milk.
it's Dragons.
They had Dragon's Milk
They did not have Dragon's Milk, but they had
stickers
Holland
there,
was
but they
there,
didn't
but
have
they had the
Dragon's
dra-
Milk.
Yeah, well, that's like Nick said, they were kind of limited to what they could.
They were saying I thought it was the Griffin. I was going to be so excited. Anyways, Revolution, coolest stickers.
Well, they had a couple of ones. They had that one. and
Yeah,
had
they did.
The tie-dye-ish one.
Anti-hero and
Yeah, they had the coolest stickers. There was one cooler, I think, unless that was also
I think I love that
that
can,
was the Griffin color.
can coaster.
I'll go get the one that I think I remember really liking.
Yeah, so this was Goliath, the one from Iowa. They had a pseudo Sioux Pale Ale, which I did not try, but that other one they had was really good. So we got a couple of can coasters from them. My favorite sticker of the day. Did you see this one from Griffin Claw?
Yeah, I didn't know it was a sticker. I thought it was a can coaster.
It's the Grateful Dead logo, basically, with the Griffin on there.
Yep.
So we got a lot of cool stuff. Really enjoyed that. And like you said, Nick, we had so many great conversations. Oh, we got a little cup from Brewdog too. A little aluminum
Oh, here's that.
recyclable cup. Oh yeah, Mike's got
that
the
Nick
hat.
Was
Oh,
It's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah. I'm saying that you can't see it too much in the camera how purple it is, but it's really an awesome and it's
Nick
very
loves
comfortable.
purple.
Very comfortable.
good. I got actually. You gave me two of the Art Coast meadery stickers.
Oh, I didn't keep one, so
There you go.
Feel like
that's
I need to give one to Nick next time I see him. Then. And I got some Sorry Casino sunglasses
Let's say and
and
yeah,
a deck of cards.
I got sunglasses, decks of cards. I
I got a
got
deck of cards.
$25 in free play plus 25 in food, and I'm excited because they paid for a date night.
I told Caitlin, I sent her a text. I'm like, hey, I got 2 new pairs of sunglasses for you. She came right over for the fuckers. For whatever reason, she loves those cheap ass pairs of sunglasses. She just throws them in the car when she needs to
Forget
throw
about
them
it. Yeah.
They're
Yeah, but
free.
she
I
also
mean,
had
why
to
not?
come over to bring you pizza.
Oh my God, Nick. So we call her on the way back.
Yeah.
And of course, she's like, are you guys drunk? And Mike's like, I'm very drunk.
Yes, I am.
And somehow we got
lie.
on, come pick us up. I don't remember saying that. Mike might have. I don't know. And she's like, what do you mean come pick you up? Where are you? And he's like, on the side of the road.
Oh, jeez.
So of course, then
I
Don's
don't
like,
remember that.
Don's like, were you that drunk? Because she's relaying me the story from Caitlin. I'm like, well, I vaguely remember Mike saying something about on the side of the road. And
Oh, man.
she's like, you motherfucker. And I'm like, listen, I was not drunk when I drove home. And
Right.
then Caitlin's like, yeah, I had to bring them pizza. I'm like, and why did you have to bring us pizza? Because mind you, I'm driving. I can't order. I said, hey, Caitlin, can you go and order a couple Little Caesars pizzas, get like a sausage and a pepperoni, in town. I'll just pick it up, after I drop Mike back off at the house. She's like, yeah, no problem. So she orders it.
Yep.
I drop Mike off. I run over the corner to Little Caesars. I walk in. It says my order's ready.
Yep.
I look on the oven. My name's not on it. I'm like, it said it was ready. So I pull up my email, 3500 Byron Center Avenue. I call her. I said, you sent this to the wrong place. She goes,
no.
what do you mean? I'm like, this is the one by your house. And she goes, oh, do you want me to get it? I said, well, I'm not fucking going back out now.
Well,
Say,
So
it
you
is-
better.
yeah. So speaking of not having
It
the
is
name
probably
correct,
her default one now, though. I mean,
my wife was gone for the weekend.
Yes.
Right. Little girls get away. And oh my God, I'm not dogging them, the people. It's whatever. She had a good time. Let me be
Sure.
clear on this. What'd you guys do? Oh, we went to a couple wineries. We didn't go to the one that was right down the road from us because they didn't want to go out this time, blah, blah. Oh, what'd you do for fun? Well, we all made slideshows, PowerPoints or whatever on a topic that they were interested in or something. I was like,
Okay.
what you people find fun and what the fuck we as guys find fun is like, I think I had more fun
Very
doing
different.
donuts than what her little weekends.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, we
I
are
mean, if we
way
were doing
different
like a team
people.
building thing and they said make a PowerPoint of something you find interested, I would do that.
Well, yeah, no, and it was.
I mean, it might be very similar to what he would do unless he went strictly with softball. So it would probably be Star Wars
And it
cosplay or
was-
something of that nature.
I don't remember all the topics, and I'm not gonna, whatever. But like one of them was top HGTV shows or whatever, and it was like, hey, and then the other one was and my
Whichever
wife's
one
was,
has a hot woman on it.
right. My wife's was something about like growing up as a filthy rich kid, so like being a huge celebrity, or so like the prince and princess's kid, and because she
Kardashian or some shit. Like
I don't
that.
fucking know. I didn't ask too much into it because like I
Doesn't interest you.
just don't care. Like,
Yeah.
what's my boy's name? Elon Musk. His kid's name's like Ty Curry or something like that. I don't.
I don't care.
Well, it's got like an X or a hyphenated or something. I don't. It's got squiggly lines in it and shit. And I think his name's Jack. Like,
Kind of
but,
like Prince's symbol back in the 90s.
Yeah.
right, that kind of a thing. So, but she, she finds that lifestyle like fascinating and doesn't want anything to do with being rich. But like, it's just weird to me. I'm like, of things I'm gonna do on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday night with my friends is not that.
If I could have,
It'll go along with it, but I mean, it's kind of like the ones who will like go and do those.
if I could have dialed back my drinking a little bit on Saturday and not been hammered by the time my wife got home,
Yeah.
it'd have been a perfect Saturday.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realize I was that drunk, and I never do until I'm that drunk.
Yeah.
But I wasn't hungover the next day, so it wasn't that bad.
There you go.
We gotta. No, you said you were still drunk in the morning.
Yeah, I was still drunk when I woke up in the morning,
There you go.
so I couldn't be
Okay.
hungover.
So here's something that happened, and this came out of Dawn, of course, talking about it, and gave it as to a reason why we were so drunk. We got
Yeah, this was
into what Willie Mays and I share a birthday.
Hank Aaron,
Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron, and you.
Share a birthday. And so he asked the question, okay, oh no, she's all like, why is it so exciting that you share a birthday with Hank Aaron and not exciting that I share a birthday with another one of our Star Wars group? I said, it has nothing to do with that. I mean, I can hang out with, Carla, pretty regularly. It'd be cool to like meet Hank Aaron and be like, you and I have the same birthday.
We have one thing in common. Well, that's all right. I mean,
I mean, it's
And
Hank
he
fucking Aaron.
asked the question.
can't-
He's like, and you
I
were
can't
so
go hang out
drunk.
on the moon.
He's like, who's as good a player as Hank Aaron? I said, Ted Williams. Who else? And I said, Ted Williams. And she thought I kept saying Ted Williams. I was drunk. No, my thing was, I was basically saying there are very few people that equate to that level of baseball player.
Sure. No, and that's, I mean, and it's a whole different story when you're drinking and having a good time, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we all had a great time. I say for the discount, sure, but 65 was a little much for what I felt. If we win as normal people, not as Bucks and Brews, because I know what we're gonna get out of it is gonna be amazing. But I don't know, paying the VIP I didn't see why normal people would do it. Right? It was still
So you would
crowded.
have rather gone 40?
Is that all the differences?
It was $25.
No, I mean I would have paid it, but I guess I would rather go for 20,
Well, yeah.
right? And then
Oh,
pay for
I
my
mean,
drink
yeah,
tickets on
you
top
always
of
want
that.
to go cheap.
Well, I'm saying like I'd pay 20 and then
Next year,
20
next year you
door,
want to
then-
be like a sponsor that they like say, hey, come here as Bucks and Brews and get in for free.
right. That's it's
mean,
like,
That would that would be your dream.
be the media side of things.
We
right?
literally could just sit there and podcast the entire fucking day.
Yeah, right. And have a good time doing it. So it's just I guess what I thought the value that they brought for what it was. I mean, if you weren't VIP, I don't think you got a freaking Sally's Donut or whatever the donut place was, the one that won,
Oh, probably not.
because they were handing out full size donuts. You know,
I didn't stand in line for Sandy's because
saying no,
I did not want to stand in that line. By the time that was
Well,
the
we stood
second
in-
area that we went.
Yeah, we stood in the first line, which took forever, but
Yeah.
we were around cool people. We had a
Yeah, we
good
had a good time. We were mingling and
And there was
handing out stuff.
and there was a brewery right there.
Yeah, we talked to them.
Well, there was two technically. The line was so far back,
Yeah.
like you rounded a little corner. Where Sandy's, it was like, no, you had nothing else around, and you had to tuck in. It was just, no, we're not going to wait in line. I'd rather pay. And you and I are the same, right? We'd rather pay $1.
Yeah, I'll go get a
to
fucking
Sandy-
donut from
Sandy-
Sandy's. On my own.
Drinks. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's
I
what
guess
a
I can't
couple
tell
that
you-
were just handing out Sweetwaters or whatever. I'm like,
you've had
go to Sweetwaters anytime I want.
right? It was fun. Like but just looking at what I got for $65, I can't say it's worth $65.
Yeah, not probably a normal person.
Right.
I mean, if you're doing an event, we went for Mike's birthday. If we just were going for Mike's birthday, yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
I'd do it, right? Like it wouldn't be a question of like,
But
it
we
was
got
no-
more out of this as Bucks and Brews than we would have just gotten as David and Nick going and hanging out and drinking
Right.
beer.
yeah, it's, and that was
Because we would have spent less money and drank more beer at a bar.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly, right?
Or we could have bought a 24-pack, sat at home and watched baseball all day.
And hey, like again, it's just something that we really liked. Instead of getting 5-ounce pours, like I would have gotten a full pour and could have just sat around and we could have talked baseball.
Yep.
But talking what we love, Bucks and Brews, getting connections. I mean, it made it worth it.
It was
right? But
absolutely worth it.
They said,
Well, at least
like,
like
as
you
a
said,
normal person,
$65 a person. That's basically $195. For $195,
Yeah.
we're getting a whole lot of really good beer, and we're probably like that could include like a dinner at like anywhere other than like Ruth Chris Steakhouse.
right? And
Yeah.
that's kind of how I look at it. Is just, I'm not dogging the fact. I'm just looking at it, going, "Hey, what is it worth, and is it doing it?" So, for a normal person to be there, I'm not sure why there were so many VIPs, right?
Yeah, there
Like,
were a ton.
I
I
mean-
mean, we got there just before it opened because Mike and I had a troop for free comic book day.
Yep.
And you had already been there for a bit and you got in line. So we stood in line to go to a line to get our tickets and stuff to stand in another line to get in.
Yep.
And it was probably 15 minutes in line just to get in.
Yep.
Because there were so many people there by the time we got
Yeah.
there 10 minutes before it opened.
Well, and again, because I'm lazy, that's really what it is. But like, they should have had a sign or something that says, "Hey, this is the price when you get it." Like, because we got lucky.
Yeah, we
it
did.
was 5 to 2, and we're like, "Hey, we need more beer tickets or whatever." And the guy's like, "Hey, you better go get them until the
Well, that
general
that
public
was
comes."
basically somebody telling us,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you guys
So it's like
need
they
more,
should
go
have
get them
said
now
this.
because the price is going to go up.
Yep. And so we did that. It was fine. But, we, let's say, I don't know. I'd like to see it. Just a little bit different, I guess, is what I would say. Right. I don't know. Make it so that way my cup isn't on a damn lanyard and keeps falling over and it's too heavy and stuff like that.
Well, I
so,
took mine off the actual lanyard
yeah. Well,
because I'm like, I don't want to necessarily have the beer around my neck.
Yeah. I've seen people carrying theirs in the metal cup after
Yep.
a bit because like these plastic cups were, I mean,
It's a plastic cup.
right, and then they punched holes into it to put a lanyard on it. It was like, oh,
I literally, it's in the sink and Don's like, how the fuck does the lanyard work? And I'm
I-
like, it works if you don't have beer in it. And she goes, okay.
but when didn't we, right? Like, I mean, if we ran out of beer, we're like, we need more
Well,
beer.
that's why
I would
mine was
hang
not-
it. Go ahead, Mike.
That's why mine was not around my neck.
I would hang it when I ran out of beer till I walked the 10 feet to the next place.
Oh, see, and I never put mine
I
back
never
around my
even
neck.
took the time to put it back on my neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I did one
Well,
like
so
the first
many
time.
times I was like, okay, we're here, and I'm like, I guess I gotta finish like this.
Yeah,
and a
there
half
were
remaining
several of
ounces
those
so I
too.
could get the
Yeah.
next one.
But no, I say I had a great time. I say Kathy hasn't responded to me yet, which is a shame, but
She will.
I know. This say it was very awesome, marketing, right? I mean, we talked to all of these people. We got a lot of them that said they're willing to come on, willing to do stuff. Hopefully, Revolution Brewing. They said, when we talked to her, she's like, yeah, I'll see if I can get you guys sponsored in some type of way. And I was like, we'd
Awesome.
absolutely love it, right? So
Well, I mean,
I made the comment to him at a point. I'm like, you guys are gonna spend your summer just on location.
that's what we're hoping.
yeah, I'm fine with that.
I say,
Well, it's like I said, the one guy walked up to us 10 minutes after we bought more drink tickets. You were still talking to, I think, Kathy.
Yep.
And Mike and I were just kind of standing in front of, the corner of first base there. And the guy just stopped and he's like, hey, you guys got the podcast? Because obviously we're wearing the fucking shirt.
and the hat,
And-
and
yeah. And I'm like, yeah. He goes, oh, you guys sound like you have so much fun. We really do have a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm leaving. Here's all my tickets.
Yeah.
And he just handed 10 tickets to me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
sweet, thank you.
Well, a lot of it. I mean, a lot of the people that we did run into, I guess I'd like to know how they got theirs, because it felt like a lot of people were there as promoters and as things like that, and so they got it. But like, I didn't hear any other dumb people rushing for the $65. I mean, again, so if you made it, we'll always wear a hat, but I don't see myself wearing this hat besides today.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a hat I would choose to throw on.
I'd wear I'd wear the purple one.
Oh, I'm gonna wear that purple one all the time, right? Like,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's kind of different to me. So it's just like, and I'll wear it for fun, like here and there. But I don't know. I mean, I have a Bucks and Brews hat that I absolutely
Well,
love.
this
Right?
point,
So
the
it's-
thing is with this is a once a year thing.
right, but like, it's not dated.
The other-
so it's like,
Yeah. The other thing literally is like, if that's a company you really think is doing the thing, you're basically showing,
yeah,
hey, I'm supporting a company that I really believe in.
Yep.
And like
And,
wearing a Bucks and Brews hat nowadays.
oh man, I'm saying if you have a Bucks and Brews hat and you wear it, man, you're the best person in the world. So, no, and so I thank Fifth Third for putting it on. I'm not, one other thing, I guess
Was it Fifth Third or is it LMCU?
whatever the hell it
And
is.
technically it was sponsored by Soaring
Okay.
Eagle.
Oh yeah, this is by Soaring Eagle.
Yeah,
But
Soaring
that
Eagle.
officially
was
could be part of it too. I'm sure they had to pay something
Oh, of course.
to get it. And probably if you're at more of like,
And
let's say you could do it at like people just walking around like Whistle Stop or something like that
Right.
because you weren't worried about having coverage.
my other thing is like some of
You
them
could
are out in
probably
the,
do it for half the price.
one other thing I would have loved to see. So that corner really, really bothered me. Okay, so the one down by, where the donuts were lined up, like the big lineup.
by
and stuff.
Sandy's.
Nope, the other corner.
Oh yeah.
The
Where
one with like the
Outre
very
was.
special donuts. Yeah.
Outre and
Yeah.
New Holland and the specialty donuts and stuff like that. But like, I'd rather see just only using one half of the concourse, so that way there's more space aspect of things.
Yeah.
Because there was parts of that was crowded, and I get that it's always crowded in the ballpark thing, but like, there's so much space in this place that they didn't utilize.
You
And I
could
just
have
think they
done a
could've.
lot more with like even like putting like maybe the donuts in where like the regular like food concessions are.
Right.
and then
Well,
do
they
the
had one,
drinks.
yeah, and they had one concession open.
Yeah.
But no, I liked. I mean, don't get me wrong. I did actually like the fact that like you can go to a couple breweries, then get a donut, couple breweries, a donut.
Yeah.
So that way it was set up like that. I just,
Because it's hard because unfortunately on the one side it just ends. Like if they
Yep.
could do like they do on the first base side and basically run it until they hit the suites or not the suites, but like the party areas.
Yeah.
They
Well,
could
that's like-
probably spread it out a lot more.
They could have opened the outfield balcony, that thing. They could have
They
run
could
it
have
through
done
there.
that, yeah.
Like, had some seating area. Well, granted, the whole place is a seat, but like indoor type, that
They
type
had
of
a
a
couple
thing
breweries and a donut place up on that upper.
up on the deck, right? But
on
I'm
the
saying
deck,
they could have had the indoor suite there or whatever, like, wrap it all the way
But I mean,
around. So that way
thinking,
you
like,
make a big turn.
upstairs of where we changed for the Whitecaps.
So Soaring Eagle did put this on. I actually have your breakdown. So VIP was $59 plus fees, mentioned
65. Yep.
General admission was $44. So it's a $15 difference.
Yeah.
At that point, you might as well get the VIP.
You get a hat.
You get early entrance an hour before everybody else, the souvenir cup, the lanyard, 10 beer tokens, 10 donut tokens, and the hat. Which we would not, if we went the other way, we would have only gotten four less tokens for each.
Yep.
And then we wouldn't
If you
have
look
got
at
the
the
hat.
price that they offer them for, you almost make up what you
Yeah.
Right.
by price in terms of the tokens.
Right.
Yep. So I mean, I guess I see where the VIP comes into,
Yeah.
the better value. But again, if you would have made, if you give me 8 and make it $50, I'm not as mad. It's not that, I get it at 15, but it's just 65 is a lot of money. Like you think about some of the events and some of the nights you can have at $65, man.
Mhm.
Like again, if I didn't go as Bucks and Brews, I can't tell you I would have been like, oh, I'm so glad I did
And
that.
it may
right?
be different next year because they even said like they've sold out quicker this year than they ever sold out
Sure.
in terms of VIP.
Yeah, I saying VIP sold out really quick.
Yeah, it did. So award winners. Do we want to talk about that?
Yeah, let's do
Yes.
it.
So we'll start with People's Choice because I like that.
Yep.
Number 1 was Farmhouse Cider Company.
Out of Hudsonville, Michigan.
Number 2 was Arctos Meadery.
Which my buddy's trying to open food there. So
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Number 3 is an Iowa place that we actually like,
Yeah.
Toppling Goliath Brewing Company.
There you go.
For the
I
judges,
mean, I like the stuff from all of those.
yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, Arctos is not mine. I don't like meat.
Fructose has a meat I don't like. Because again, it's got floral in it, right? So it's not. But their traditional meat, I really enjoy it. Right? It's a very
Wasn't
good.
there's the one that was the
They-
first breedery we went
Yep.
to? wasn't
Yeah.
You
it?
got the blueberry, which is very blueberry forward. And again, I'm not.
Yeah,
a
but yours
huge-
was like licking like a honeycomb.
That's exactly it. Like, and that's what I'm all about. Like,
Yeah.
I'm fine with eating a honeycomb.
So the judges awards.
Let's hear it.
Number 1 was Wise Man Distillery.
What? Okay.
Number 2 was Drink Lover Boy.
Okay.
Number 3 was Pigeon Hill.
Oh,
I love Pigeon Hill. I
Yeah,
did
all-
not go to Pigeon Hills because the beer I have in my fridge right now, which Mike can attest to, is Pigeon Hill beer. I mean,
well, let's say again, it's hard because
And I
of
think
ski-
what they had there was what they had like oatmeal cream pie. And
yeah, I was saying, we're not far from Muskegon, so that's just
Right.
something we normally get.
well, I bought it last time I was a Meyer because buy one get one 40% off. So I got oatmeal cream pie and I got salted caramel porter. Donut awards.
Yeah,
People's Choice.
Sandy's
Sandy's Donuts.
full fucking donut, baby.
Number 2, Groovy.
Yeah,
3rd, which is a place.
Groovy was that one with the
Was that the
not the dip, but no, he was
Okay.
it was a chocolate and all that. and
okay?
he had the pink donut and stuff.
3rd was Boswick Bakery,
Okay.
which I love Boswick.
Bostwick's great.
Judges awards. Number 1, Sandy's.
Okay,
2 was Sprinkles Donut Shop,
yeah, out of Hudsonville,
and 3 was Bros Does,
Rosedale's. Okay,
which I've had theirs and
Yeah.
they're okay.
Yeah.
Nothing I really love, but they're okay.
What makes Sandy's Donuts special?
They
Everybody
give you a full donut.
they give you a full donut.
Okay, it makes sense.
I've heard that they have good donuts. I've never had
But
Sandy's.
don't get me wrong, like I like sprinkles.
Mhm.
It's a good donut, but I'm gonna compare it. If you asked me if I put sprinkles and Marge's together, they're the same effing donut. Like they're both lightweight. They're that type of a thing. Like they're the exact same donut to me, really. And we all love Marge's from around here. So it also bugs me that Marge doesn't show up to those things.
Well, I mean, she is old.
Well, let me say she's just different.
That's why we're kind of spoiled down here to have Sweetwater's. Sweetwater's is not
Well,
a lot
For
of
my money, the
donuts.
best donut.
Well, and I don't know. We had one. It was a donut conspiracy.
Yeah, I like theirs.
But they closed, right? But because up here, for some reason, nobody buys these full, like gargantuan. They're not huge. They're just so like when you get a Reese's donut, it's covered in Reese's, has like a half a Reese on it. But like, I think the reason Donut Conspiracy doesn't do well up here, literally, and I'll give you my one excuse, is because everybody would rather go to the salted cupcake.
I'll give you a better excuse in
So-
my thought.
Sure.
They're too fucking expensive.
I
I can get a Sweetwater, same fucking donut at Sweetwater's
yeah.
for $1 less than I could at Conspiracy.
Anyways, in Sweetwater,
What does it cost a
huge.
conspiracy?
They were like $2.50 to $3
Oh,
for a
no.
fucking donut. Oh yeah, they were.
350.
Yeah.
Like they were
Yeah.
more.
If you went there after like 7:30 at night, they'd be half price
Yeah,
because
but
they want
first thing in the morning at Sweetwater, you're getting one of the giant ones, like
Yeah.
a
the
$1.75.
giant ones.
How much?
Like a $1.75.
Oh, see, and
Maybe
I
maybe
just-
a little
weird.
more expensive now with supply cost, but I can't imagine it's much over $2.
but dude, like I love their cheesecake donut, right? I mean,
You can get a dozen donuts there for like $13.50,
which isn't bad. Like that's nothing compared to, yeah. I mean,
maybe $15.
right?
Whereas you could never do that at Conspiracy. You could get 6. Maybe.
If,
I don't even
right?
know. I think the 2 dozen packs nowadays only cost like at Sweetwater's.
I think I got 40 donut holes for the girls, and I spent like $12.
Donut holes, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. I love Sweetwater's. It's fun. It's a cool little experience, right? I mean, and the donuts. I mean, they're just
The real
Filled.
ones, the one on Stadium and the
Stadium
one
Drive.
on and Stadium Drive and Sprinkles, because those are the ones that are literally like a hole in the wall building.
Yes.
Yep.
The one in Plainwell, just avoid.
just avoid.
It's an okay donut,
Sure.
but they bought the rights to use the name. That's why they're SW Donut Mill instead of Sweetwater's,
Gotcha.
because they don't use all of the same recipes. They use some of the same recipes.
That makes sense.
Because Dawn actually called the Stadium Drive location and goes, "How come the one in Plainwell doesn't taste as good?" And they go, "Well, this is why."
Gotcha.
And again, I mean, if you want to do that, you can do that. But when people find out, I'm gonna drive the extra 15 minutes to Stadium Drive and get a fucking Sweetwater's donut if I'm gonna go all the way to Plainwell.
And the one, and if you're going toward in Battle Creek and you're right along 94, the one in Battle Creek right on 94 is just like the ones on Stadium and Sprinkle. They're the true Sweetwaters.
Yeah, and that's where I stopped for the girls when we played in Battle Creek.
Gotcha.
So I mean, I am snobby when it comes to beer and food, I guess,
Yeah.
because I want what I
am.
want. I mean,
The funny part is if I would have had the energy to stay all the way to probably at some point before the game on Sunday, I was gonna probably buy myself a steak.
Yeah.
And I was gonna have myself a birthday steak.
There you go.
Yeah, you had talked about that.
No, and you know, as I say, I'm not. I don't know, and there wasn't a set standard of what to offer, right?
Mhm.
Beer, 5-ounce pours. But then you have Sandy's Donuts who's giving a full donut, and then you have this other guy who's giving a puff pastry donut and then covered it into whatever.
And
And
then
you had
some had
an
quarters.
Eighth of quarter and eighth, like, and you're just like, all right, great. Like, all right, what do you
Were
want me to
you
try
getting
here?
one of their? I mean, even a full donut for 2 of the donut tickets is still a better deal than anything out there. Can't
Yeah.
imagine they were giving that for a whole single donut. Because they said for the donut wise, some were one, some
Gotcha, yeah. And it's just, I don't know. I mean, nothing was consistent with them. So that was kind of a weird thing. And again, I want a filled donut, and a lot of them were cake donuts.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I don't want to have dry cake donut. Granted, you could put all the frosting on it, but as you said, I mean, they probably made it at 5 o'clock in the morning, sat until we got them at 2 o'clock. in the
yeah.
afternoon.
And that's just the thing. Yeah, yeast donuts do last a little long because
Yep.
they're
Well, you know, like
I mean,
when
like
we
that,
were,
and most, but you can buy like filled yeast donuts. I mean, your classic glazed is a yeast donut.
when we were in that little, corner there by Outre,
Yep.
we met those really nice women.
Yep.
And God, we talked to them the whole fucking day because we kept running into them and
Yeah.
we just kept talking to them about the podcast. and
I got
beer and
I got
shit.
unfriended and then refriended and said
What?
I got unfriended because I said that it wasn't a great peanut butter
Yes.
porter.
And she goes, "I unfriend you."
Yeah. I say, I was like, that's not how this works. It's not how any of this works. And she's like, yes, it is. And I was like, no. I was like, and here's why. And I
mean,
explained that it's
Again,
not
I
the
think we
greatest
have the
peanut butter
same
porter.
issue.
And
We have a different expectation of certain styles
Yeah.
of beer.
and then she goes, oh, I understand where you're coming from. I want to be friends again. I fully agree. And I was
Yeah.
like, see, this is what life is.
Because between, like you said, being able to go to get Monkey Butter, between, like I said, there used to be, Old Mill used to have a good reporter.
They did.
We were able to drink out of your business basically 2 days
Right
canned
out the
from
tap,
the
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was great. Right off the line.
I mean, we're probably snobs when it comes to the peanut butter porter because there are so many good ones that we love.
But you have to be a snob when it comes to it, right? Like,
You kind of do.
I think
know,
any
it's-
pork-
you're a
I
snob.
think it's the same thing with vanillas. I mean, we're the same exact way with vanilla.
yeah, well, and I think it's with every beer, right? So okay, let's talk
Yeah.
about light beers, right? Again, you drink Miller Lite. I think it doesn't taste great. I like Bud Light. You didn't think it tastes great. Coors Light, we both go, meh, all right, we can have it. But like everybody has their like, hey, this is what this is, right?
Coors Light is just alcoholic wine.
I mean, honestly, all three are just alcoholic water.
right. But I
No, they think
like
they're
the
a
flavor
little
of Bud
dirt
Light.
into Miller Lite.
say,
There's something that makes
you
it
know,
taste like
old
the-
style, right? I
licking a
mean,
tree, licking
you know,
tree
you-
bark.
You
see-
and I can agree on old style.
yeah.
I will drink old style. I need to have 3 or 4 real beers before old style, but if I have 3 or 4 beers, I can drink old style the rest of the day and be happy.
But if I know that, like, okay, so like when we go golfing, my buddy and I, I'm going June 5th, 4th, whatever, a Sunday, and we get a case of Yingling, we get a case of Old Style, and we get a case of Miller High Life, because it's the things
Have
that
you
we just
traveled to get all these things? Because the only thing you can get in Michigan is the Miller High Life.
actually you can get Old Style. I can tell you where, but you have to just go talk to the right people and order it, and they'll get it for you.
Then how do you
Um,
get the Yingling?
Yingling is we don't travel. We
Okay.
have friends that bring it to us, and
Okay.
that's not a big deal. I mean, my brother works out of town on a constant, so but
Yeah, that's
so I
how
just-
you get New Glarus.
exactly right. My new Glarus doesn't come from me; it comes from my brother
Yeah.
going to pick it up for me. But you're right. So that's how we golf, right? So then we have 36 beers between the two of us. We golf 18, and it's an outing, so it takes us all day. We literally just drink these all day, and we have a great time drinking beers, right? I mean, but we have so much fun doing
I
it.
mean, honestly, though,
Oh, and then we'll throw in PBR once in a while.
when I went to Philadelphia, this would have been 15-ish years ago.
Yep.
It had Yingling because I wanted something
Yeah, you have to.
very local to that. And I actually thought it was pretty good,
Yeah, Yingling's not bad. Again, so
relatively speaking to other stuff.
yeah, and it's the original, right? I mean, Yingling, I enjoy it. Every time I go out where I can go get it, I drink a Yingling. It's not like I'm sitting here craving for it. It's
Yeah.
just fun because we can't have it, right? That's the biggest key. They don't
And the only
distribute
thing
in
with
Michigan.
Yingling, that stout or dark thing they had was not
The Hershey one. The Hershey
That
was
was not
not
good.
good.
It was
And-
a huge disappointment.
And I think it was because, right, and it took us forever to get it, took us forever to find it in the sense. And then when we got it, we thought it was going to have a very chocolatey, kind of like when we talk about peanut butter porters, right? We thought it was going to be
Yeah.
more of a smooth, very rich chocolate. And this was more of a burnt coffee, not good taste, right? And so I'm glad I tried it. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not rushing out to go do it twice, right?
Some point
And I think
after your
the best thing Yingling has is the black and tan, right? I will drink black and tans of Yingling all day, every day. It's a great beer.
So I do want to mention a couple of things. You brought up Miller High Life.
Yeah, if you mess with the High Life she'll mess with you.
I just want to mention that the Dollars with Drew episode uploaded a couple days ago,
There you go.
and that's his favorite beer
There you go.
because he drank it with us.
Yeah.
He did give us a nice shout out on Sunday about the fact that the episode was dropping, so that was cool.
Yep.
We have a increase of 92% over the last 30 days with our reach for
Yep.
our episodes. That's good news. Popular was Real Estate Underground podcast.
Yep.
Which I thought was strong. Mental health one was popular because we're all fucked up and we hate ourselves.
is it that the why we hate yourself?
Yeah, that's why we hate
yourselves one?
ourselves. It was
I
was
still have to
quite
listen
popular.
to that one at some point.
So I do want to touch on that one briefly because my mental health is still shit. So one of Dawn's oldest friends reached out to me last week sometime, and she had mentioned that I'm having some struggles, and hey Nick, can you grab me a Mountain Dew Zero on the middle shelf? I'd mentioned, I was having some problems, and he's like, well, what's the issue? I'm like, honestly, it's just easier if you go listen to the fucking podcast. So I sent him the podcast and I said, here, listen to this. And he came back and he's like, I really enjoyed your guys' podcast. You were just raw and you talked about what's going on. And I really, I get where you're coming from. And, I told him, because he's a recovering alcoholic, and I'm like, listen, I've become an alcoholic in the last few years just because that's how I have to process pain at this point, not physical, but mental. I said, and it's not right, and I don't like it, but sometimes that's kind of where I'm at. I just get to the point where I can't handle my own brain.
Right.
That fuck it, we're getting hammered today.
Oh.
And I don't think I was that way Saturday until I was that way on Saturday.
Well, and we divert off into this quite a bit, but like when you look at it, I understand why people become, I understand why it happens and how it happens. And when you're so used to wanting to fix things, and then all of a sudden you get this moment of break, right, where you just don't feel how you felt, and you're like, man, I like this so much better than feeling how I did, right?
Yeah.
And so I get it, but like it's just making smart decisions along the way, right? And so intentionally I made sure I didn't overdrink on Saturday. I made sure I was there for my kid. Like,
Yep. You did what you needed to do to be a dad.
So again, like I know people are like, oh, you're an alcoholic. No, I don't need it. Do I crave it? Yeah, sure. Once in a while. And there's days where you're like, damn, it's hot and sunny, and this would be a perfect day to have a good drink. But when there's something that needs to happen, I do my life. It's not that I'm functioning an alcoholic anyway. Like I usually don't drink unless it's a podcast or I have a meeting, and weekend warrior, right?
Right.
But like really plain and simple is like, I know, like, especially where I am mental health wise and stuff. And it's like, so Saturday, I'm not gonna lie, there was a part of me that was scared. It was like, man, you're not gonna stop. Nope. Like I have this priority, like, and it's a school function, so I couldn't show up.
Yeah, you couldn't
right?
show up
Like,
half in the back.
But it helps when you have that. Well, that's
Right,
just the
but-
thing. I mean, actually, I think it was probably Monday when I was actually at our softball game for the work team we were on. But like, I in the last couple of weeks joined a group at work that's really about emotional health and well-being. Last week was the first meeting they had that I actually attended. I think they've had this thing for about a year. And they were like, well, it's been a while since we've done one where, somebody sits up and kind of talks about things they've dealt with in the past. I'm like, the people were being quiet. I'm like, I have no problem doing it. I'm like, I know this is the first meeting I've been to and I just joined, but I mean, it's something I fully like believe in. I think a lot of the other people are just there to kind of be like, okay, I want to be in some sort of group.
Yep.
I'm like, I really truly believe you need to talk about what's happened in your life, especially like these are a lot of the people in it. I'm probably one of the oldest ones in there.
Right. Well, and
If
I
you're
think
hitting
it's
some
one
like
thing.
20-some-year-olds and you're like, I've been through this, I've been through that. Some of you are getting kids. I was bullied as, in the middle school age,
Well, and it's hard, right? Because you handle things so different than I would, right? So like, when we talk about bullying, right? Plain and simple is my advice to somebody right now would be just suck it the fuck up, right? And that's not the right advice, because I'm like,
to
man,
an extent, you have to kind of suck it up and just wait for the
but it's
But
the
it's
whole
important to talk to other people about it,
exactly, right?
even if it's not your parents or your teachers. Like talk to friends that are going through the same thing.
And that's the thing is being open to be able to talk about it. Because I mean, I was raised by my grandfather who, you just eat your fucking emotions. Say eat your fucking emotions and you don't let it out, you little say. And that's just kind of how it is, right? But I look at this type of thing and say, hey, event, you're joining a group, right? This year I took on my magic group. I'm the sergeant at arms in a club. It's something I stay behind. It's something I want to make better. It's something I need to get behind. And yes, I did join the RPOA, and now they're like, hey, you want to be a member, you want to be on a board and stuff like that. And I'm like, look, that's
Are you
next year's. What's that?
Need a sexy assistant in a little black dress.
Right. Say, but like, so it's,
I'll buy one.
they're already talking about, hey, do you want to be a board member? And I was like, whatever you guys need, but we'll talk about that next year when it comes up. But joining things, right? Getting around people to really, and it's funny because I don't care who you are. The way my mindset is right now, is I'm a firm believer in we are very much here to help each other in this specific situation. Monday, I had my real estate thing, and I was the first person. All right, hey, who did a deal in this past month? Like, I want to give credit, and we all clap, and we all do our thing. Like, I want you all to know that this is what we are here for. We didn't start this group to come brag. We didn't start this group to fucking be better or worse than somebody else. We started this group in order for some people to come get advice and learn, and that's what this is for. You're always more than welcome to come talk to me. I don't care what the heck the situation is. Let's figure this out, right? Because I don't want, and I see it quite a bit where it just falls apart and clicky little things happen, and I refuse to let a click happen, right? You can have your people to hang out with, but not when we're in this little time, right? I don't care how you manage, how you do whatever. We can discuss it. We can have an open conversation. We will not argue unless you're a douchebag. But like, right? I'm not gonna tell you, hey, you can't go finance these things. You can't go do this, right? Like, and it's funny because I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't like, and I should a little bit sometimes, but I don't, right? But that's
the thing is, the people doing this are adults. They can't handle somebody being, being like, you're an adult, deal with it.
Yeah.
They need to go like get a job as like a daycare provider or something like that, where they can pretend their kids.
Well, and I don't know. I don't want to give that. I don't want to make people have to go figure out how it feels, right? Like, I've learned that you can only control your situation and control you, and that's the biggest thing you need to focus on is you, right? Don't get me wrong. I mean, David, we talk here and there. Like, my not everything's going well in my business right now. Like, things are just getting, and so like I'm in a low aspect of things, but it's like I'm jumping on calls. I'm posting stuff and
You're trying to make things happen.
There's things on I mean, God, I was not late for here, but I just didn't show up on time. I barely answered. I don't even know if I answered you boys today, right? Because like I'm just like I am so focused on me, and then when I come here, this is what I'm focused on. This is what it is. My brain will go a million places, but this is what I'm trying to teach people: is hey, we're here for Magic Club. We're not here for Susie did this and we don't like it, or this happened.
Mike hit on something earlier that I think is important. I don't want to go clear to mental health here, but let's talk about it for a minute. So, I had an incident last night at the game. Had some tears from some players.
Yeah,
and I didn't really know what was going on. We shit the bed in the first game. Okay, there's no other way to say it. We shit the bed.
Yeah,
we lost to a team we never should have lost to.
You're a great team.
Yeah, and I was probably the most pissed off of anyone because we shouldn't have lost that damn game.
Yeah,
and afterwards, hey, go talk to so-and-so, see if they're ready to go. Fine, I go out there, and then I get grabbed by one of the parents going, why is so-and-so crying? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? They're crying. I honestly have no idea. Fine, I'll talk to you later, and just walks away.
Sure.
Okay.
Say,
I mean,
rules state don't talk to me during the
I don't talk to parents anyway, so whatever.
Say.
So I go ask the kid, I'm like, hey, how you feel? Yep, good, coach. I'm ready to go. Great. Go back in the dugout. Hey, so-and-so's ready to go. Great. Is so-and-so still crying? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay. I didn't know anybody was crying. I just want to sit here and be pissed off. Okay. Can I just be pissed off? Nope. Now I got to go check on this kid. Okay. So I come out and walk up to the kid. Hey, can we talk? Nope. Why? Because I don't want to cry anymore. Now I got several girls around. I got parents around. I got two parents popping off at the mouth. Not that they're popping off. They're frustrated. None of these girls should be crying. Okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I have no idea what the hell's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, hey, I didn't do it. Well, no, you didn't. I'm not mad at you. And gives me a big hug. And I'm like, cool. Can we go talk? So we go and talk. And they're like, this is how I feel. And, justified feelings.
Sure.
I have some of the same feelings. All right. I said, we'll talk as coaches afterwards. I will make sure we get this figured out.
Yep.
I come back into the dugout. Both of them. Chris and Karen. What happened? Not a big deal. We'll talk about it later. Everybody's fine.
I want to know right now.
Everybody's calmed down. We're good. What happened? Really, guys, we'll talk later. It's not a big deal. Let's not do it now. Oh, no. They forced me to give them answers.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here now playing both sides, giving a little bit to the coaches, giving a little bit to the kids, not taking sides,
Yep.
but trying to lead everybody to, we're going to have to
Let's
sit down
get
and
back
talk.
to the game. Yeah.
Right. So now he's upset because he didn't even know any of this was going on.
Right.
And he's pissed because now he thinks he's done something. He don't even know what the fuck he's done. And I told him, I said, yeah, you got a little bitchy with me too. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, you came over to me at one point and you're like, stop calling outside pitches. They're hitting them all into right field. But I call it inside pitch and they pull it down the line foul. And then I call an outside pitch because I don't want to keep pulling them inside. And then they just poke it into right field over the second baseman's head. I don't know what the hell to do.
Right.
It was a 6-run inning. There was nothing I could do. And it's not that our pitchers weren't pitching well. They were. It's not that our fielders were making mistakes. They weren't.
You guys want to do one?
Yeah, let's do a scam call.
Hello, this is Nick.
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
Good. Thanks for joining us on Bucks and Brews. How can we help you?
Where are you from?
I'm from Michigan. Where are you from?
You're from Michigan.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm from Florida.
Florida. Okay. Beautiful weather down there.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
So, my name is John. I'm with American Benefits. Reason of my call is to let you know that the rates of Medicare supplements and Medigap insurance has been recently dropped down. So I do believe you have Medicare for CNB, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how old
That's
are
old
you?
enough.
Sorry, I'm 67. How old are you?
Okay, and the last question from my side, you're pretty much qualified. So do you have a military benefits like TRICARE or VA?
No.
Well, that's all from my side. You're pretty much qualified for the benefits. Please stay on the line with me. I will transfer your call to my senior supervisor. They will further assist you, okay?
Senior supervisor. All right. Good. Good.
Okay, stay on the line. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
Here we
you.
go.
Yeah.
What if this guy's from Indiana, but sounds like he's from Bangladesh?
Your call is very important to us.
Right.
Please stay on the line.
I think that's a question we should ask. Hey, where are you from?
He's John from Florida.
Okay. John, you with me? What?
God,
Come
damn it.
on.
They hang up on you?
Anyways, he hung up on us.
Um,
John from Florida obviously didn't like our bullshit. Anyways, so,
you know, we didn't have enough fun with that one. I'm sorry.
and we
guys.
didn't. That was kind of, it was anticlimactic because it sounded like it was going someplace good.
Yeah.
So I give him a little bit, and we're getting ready to start game 2. And I mean, getting ready to start, the first batter's in the fucking batter's box.
Yeah.
And everybody in the fucking dugout is pissed. So I call them all over to me. I said, hey, if you're not on deck or if you're not hitting, come to me now.
Yep.
And it was simple. Hey, how's our headspace? It sucks. I don't want to be here.
Mhm.
Cool. We got a game to play. So we need to put all that stuff aside. If you're pissed off, be pissed off.
Yep.
But go play for each other. Don't worry about us. Go play for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, we came out 113-1. They were never in the fucking game. We absolutely beat the shit out of them. Like we should have in the first fucking game.
Oh yeah. Listen,
Afterwards, we got, to talk to them, and Chris talks about the good stuff that they did. He really said nothing the entire second game because he didn't think he'd done anything in the first game, but they're upset when he's yelling and they're upset when he's quiet. So he figured instead of being mad, I'm just going to sit here and not say anything, because if I don't say anything, they can't be mad at me for yelling at them.
right.
And he's been better this year on the yelling.
Good.
So he tells them what, the positives from today. And, we talked about some of them. I talked about, what I was pissed off about in the first game and how they came out and competed hard in the second game. And he goes, all right, the good stuff's over. Now we're going to talk about the drama. What's the drama? We're not leaving here until we have answers.
No.
And, a few of them were brave and they talked. And I said a few things, and I said, some of the things that bother me. I'm like, listen, tried to die 2 years ago. I'm a different person now. Everything triggers me. I said, if, you tell me you're upset with how I'm calling a game, that triggers me. All of a sudden now I'm upset because you're pissed at me.
Right.
Whether you are or not, it doesn't matter. In my mind, you're pissed at me and I'm doing something wrong and I'm hypersensitive to all of it, which I've never told him, but now he kind of understands. And honestly, I feel like that's how the girls attack everything too. If he says, hey,
They feel
you
self-attacked.
can't watch strike 3 go by. That's too close. they're all of a sudden going, oh, well, now I suck. Coach just said I sucked, which is not what's happening.
Right. Well, you should never watch Strike 3.
You should.
You and I all
Absolutely.
say.
Big pet peeve.
Yep.
So, we talk, and afterwards he's just beside himself because he's like, all right, well, they're telling me I'm not helping them at all. And they don't want me to be quiet and they don't want me to yell. I don't know how I'm supposed to. How do I coach them?
Yep.
So I get it. And I don't really have any answers. And I went home. I talked to Osborne the whole way home. I got his advice. I got home and I talked to Dawn, and Dawn goes, okay, but these sound like some of the same issues that you and I have. What's the difference? I said, the difference is they have a fucking mediator there. I'm the fucking mediator. I'm the one stuck in the middle of everything. I'm sitting there soothing them and soothing, Karen and Chris at the same fucking time. So I can't tell everybody everything that's going on because I have to keep things confidential. But at the same time, I have to give them enough that we can maybe move forward.
Yep.
So we didn't talk last night. I didn't bother him. He didn't bother me. He called 10:30 today.
Yep.
Beside himself, doesn't know what to do. I don't even know how to attack practice day. I don't even want to go. He goes, I can't coach them if they can't tell me how to help. I get it. I'm like, it's probably time for a sit down.
Yeah.
So
You know how to fix that?
Huh.
You've seen Days of Thunder.
yeah.
Okay. So you show them the clip of when Tom Cruise is driving the car, right? And crew chief
Henry Hogg.
say, right? And so you're he goes,
I want you to hit the pace car.
no, not to say. He goes, how do you, is it loose? Is it tight? I don't know what those mean,
Right.
right? And so, all right, great. Here's what we're gonna do. When you feel this is called, so you show them that clip. You show them that clip, and so then they're gonna all of a sudden go, all right, I now know what this means, what this is. Like, hey, I know exactly what we're talking about.
Well, see, and one of the things that I ended up doing was I knew we needed to talk. I knew it didn't necessarily need to be him. Okay. And I'm like, all right, they talked some yesterday. That was good. But we're still not to the crux of the issue.
Yep.
So I told him, I said, just let me take the lead. Because this is kind of why he brought me here anyways.
Yep.
So, we've had some girls dealing with some different issues, and they get done warming up, and I took a bucket out there and I sat it down, and they start to leave. I said, don't go anywhere. And they went, what? I said, sit down. I said, we're going to hash this shit out right now.
Yep.
We're going to come to an understanding, and we're going to move on with our lives because this cannot continue.
Yep.
I said, listen, we come here every day with shit, and some of it's good and some of it's bad. And when you're here, you got to put that out. I said, I missed one practice in 20 years of coaching. It was the day after my wife walked out on me.
Right.
I called off practice. It was 2017. We didn't have practice. I said, most of second week of the season, I was not in a good place. You could tell I was struggling. You don't know why. I said that Monday for practice, I woke up at my daughter's house because I walked out of the fucking house. I didn't want to be around my wife. I left. I came here. And I looked at Chris. I said, tell me I didn't need to be here. He goes, yeah. I said, what did I say? He goes, you said you'll be here. This is where I'm supposed to be. I had to set those things aside because I'm not the head coach here. I don't get to make the decision of today sucks. I don't want to have practice. That's not my call. And yeah, he can tell me not to come as much as he wants, but you guys are relying on me. Practice is here.
Yeah.
And because practice is here and you're relying on me, I'm here.
Yeah. Well, it's same with my kid, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to do this anymore. Great. You don't have to. You know what? Tell you what, don't show up with me on Thursday. Don't show up with me on Saturday. But I'm telling you what, I committed myself to you and to these kids. If you're going to be the quitter, that's on you. But otherwise, guess what? I'm here for this. This is what I'm here for.
Well, and I knew if I sat there and gave them concrete examples of me going through things and setting it aside for them, maybe they would understand where, as coaches, we are coming from.
Yep. Because
again, he's coached them since third grade.
Sure.
This is where they wanted to be. They wanted to play for him. And he's 6'4", he's 280 pounds. He's intimidating as shit.
Yeah, he's a massive man.
He scares the hell out of them. I get it. I was that coach too. I scared the shit out of my kids.
Yep.
You were there. You were fun. I was not.
Say, yeah.
But I also had to be their fucking dad.
Yep.
I don't have to be that anymore. And we practiced for an hour and a half today. And I think we spent 15 minutes doing softball. And the rest of it was talking.
Yep.
And I think we got a lot of things hashed out. I think they have a much better understanding. And they were open because it started with, I don't think we can do this with you coaches because I don't think we'll be open. And then half of the team's like, fuck that, we're gonna be open right now. And they just started pouring it out.
Yep.
Because we have to talk about those things. And like what Mike did with his work group was he looked at it and goes, well, I'm the old guy here. And maybe you're not at a point where you want to share. But I'm old, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
And that's kind of where I was. I'm like, you know what? I'm 45. I don't give a shit. I'll bare my soul to you. It doesn't matter to me because you're not going to look at me any different. And I told all of them, listen, you got to go to somebody. You can always come to me. It doesn't matter to me. I love all of you. And you need people in your life that will do those things. Again, my wife gets mad because I call you, Mike, or Christy every time. We fought. What day did we fight? I don't know. We fought Monday, maybe. And while we're sitting there fighting and I'm just trying to blow her off, well, how many of your friends did you text? Does it fucking matter?
Right.
Well, it just makes me mad that you can go talk to them, but you won't talk to me. I didn't text any of them. Not one of my fucking friends, because again, the fight that we were having was nonsense. It was fucking nonsense.
Right.
But she wanted to, this was the fight. I asked her to come to the bedroom because I found cheap enough flights for November. As she's walking through the dining room, I said, hey, grab my wallet. It'd be really nice if you asked instead of ordered me around.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't order you around. That was me asking. Well, that's not asking. That's not very nice. You know what? She's not wrong. It really wasn't asking,
Nope.
But I wasn't ordering anything around.
Right.
So now I'm pissed off because I'm told that I'm ordering her around, which is not how I meant it at all. Did it come off that way? Sure, it came off that way.
Nope.
And unfortunately, I do ask that way a lot of times because she goes, you know, you asked Mike for a glass of water on Saturday night. You said, hey, Mike, can you get me a glass of water? Why couldn't you say, hey, can you grab me my wallet?
Well, there's so many differences, right? Okay, so, and this is what I try to get through to my wife as well. Okay, so let's set the example.
Mhm.
Okay, your house is not a fucking mansion.
No.
Okay, so when you're walking by your dining table, it takes 3 steps. Okay,
Yep.
I have 2 steps to get you before you get pissed because you're already in the room and you have to turn back around.
Yep.
So the last words I use, grab that, right?
Yep.
Like my brother and I, we never, hey, grab that tool, do this, do that. Like we communicate like that, right? So when I'm talking to my wife, I'm like, hey, go grab that real quick. Can't you ask for it? I mean, I could,
just
but like,
did.
plain and simply, do you want this fucking job done or not? Like
I literally just asked you for it. I understand it doesn't sound like that, but that was me asking.
right. Like, oh, how can I help? Well, you can stop thinking I'm not asking. Like at the end, guess what? I'm gonna go, thank you for all your help.
Yeah.
Right. Like
I meant no male intent by it at all.
it was just,
And it started a fucking hour-long fight.
oh yeah.
And then I get, well, did you go bitching to your friends? And listen, I'm going to talk to my friends. That's the way life is. I don't give a shit that you don't want to talk to yours.
Yep.
I said, and the reason I pick the friends I pick is because they're going to tell me when I'm being a dickhead. I need to know, am I being a dickhead or am I justified? And I'm going to tell you right now, all 3 of them tell me when I'm being a dickhead.
No.
And then they tell me when I'm justified in being a dickhead.
Well, like something like that. I mean, it's just she's having a bad day for some.
She was
stupid
having a
fuck-
bad day.
Some stupid fucking reason, and
And that set her off.
right, it's not like that was. I mean, again, you're in your head, you're trying to do something nice. You're one track minded of, hey, grab my wallet so we
Yeah.
can make this happen. Like, do you want to do this? Yes or no? Right? Like,
Well, then I get, well, do you have to do it right now? No, I want to do it right now. I want to get this done because this is, it was like $200 less than I've seen it for. The tickets were around $1,350 and I was getting them for $1,100
for what?
for
A cruise?
the cruise.
I
Yeah.
got you.
And I mean, they were not the cheap economy on Delta. They were the step up.
Okay,
And
this is just a flight for
This is
for
just
1100?
flights,
Holy
1,100.
shit,
Yeah,
that is-
flights are fucking expensive right now.
Yeah.
But again, I could do it cheaper if I picked a different airline and if I went at a different time. I'm leaving at 5:30 in the morning. I'm getting in at 10 in the morning.
Yep, which is nice.
And the flight back is the shortest trip.
Yep.
It's like 10:30 to 2:45 or something. So I'm paying more because I want what I want.
Yep.
But I'm still saving like $250
Yep.
because we're fiscally responsible here on Bucks and Brews. But again, the fight was worthless. It meant nothing.
Yep.
But like you said, she was not having a good day, and that set her off. And instead of talking about it like 2 normal fucking people, we can't do that right now. We're not at that place.
Yep.
We're at the place of everything you do is to try and hurt me, and everything I do is to try to hurt you back. So we're just shitty to each other all the fucking time, literally all the fucking time.
I fully understand. Man, we went out to lunch today,
Uh-huh.
and she looks at me and she's like, "I bought another plant." I was like, "Great." She goes, "It's a vine." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, I don't like vines. It destroys houses. It
Hate them.
grows. It gets under my siding. It does.
Yep.
And so for 7 years, I've bitched about vines that grow, and I can't get rid of this one.
Yeah. You
Anybody-
can't kill them.
Anybody that's out there that knows how to do that, help me out, because I literally struggle with this all year, and I've been bitching for 7 years about this, right? And I mean, 8 years now of living in this house. And so she's like, I was thinking about she's like, "You don't want it on the pool fence," and I was like, "No, I don't want it. I don't want it on the pool fence. I don't want it on the back fence. I don't want it." And I was like, "Why the fuck would you buy that?" Like, and so like I keep kind of going into this, and she's like, "I understand, I get it. You know, I didn't plan it." I was like, and she goes, "You made your point," and I was like, "No, for 7-8 years, I've been describing to you how much I hate this fucking vine. Well, this one's not invasive. You don't understand." And I was like, "No, it grows into like, I don't fucking care." So for 7-8 years, I've been describing to you how much this vine has pissed me off and how much it's a fucking work and a pain and it destroys everything. And I don't want it. And yet you're pissed because I've now made it clear in these 30 seconds. If for 8 years you haven't gotten it and you still went out and did the thing, why would I not keep going at you for
You're right.
30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes of no? Like, and she's like, "Well, you know, I could still, you know, get rid of it." And I was like, Jesus, man. Like, and so I'm the asshole because for 8 years I bitched about these vines. 8 years I've struggled with these vines, bitched about it every time, and she still goes and buys fucking more vine. And I'm like, somehow I'm the asshole.
You see my cousin Vinny?
Yeah.
So the point there where the judge is asking him, are they guilty or not guilty?
Yeah.
And he's finally like, "Mr. Gambino, the next words I need to hear from you are guilty or not guilty." And he just reads it to him like he's fucking 2 years old. And Vinny goes, "I think I get the point." And he goes, "No, I don't think you do."
So, yeah.
I feel like I have that conversation with my wife all the time because she's like, "I think I get it now." No, you should have got it the last 3 fucking times. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't think you got it now because the last 3 times I thought you had it and you still did this.
That's exactly it. And it's just like, man, you know, I you know, there's certain things in this world that I'm just like, I know that you complain about it, so I try hard not to
Yeah.
do it, right? Like, it just blew my mind that she went and bought a vine, but it's not invasive. I was like, fuck.
One of the fights we had for years was her using the wrong fucking credit card at places.
Oh, God.
And I've offered to write down what to use where. This one's at the grocery store, this one's at a gas station, this where whatever. And she's pulled that on me 4 or 5 times in the last year. Every time she does it now, I'm like, "Hey, you use, let's say, Bank of America at
Speedway, yeah.
yeah, please don't do that." And she's like, "Oh, I didn't think I did." All right, well, you did. Okay, can you please not do that?
So,
And then she's like, "Well, you get so pissed at me." I'm like, "Yeah, the recent history shows I don't get pissed at you because every time you do it, I'm like, hey, just so you know, can you not do that?"
yeah.
"Well, yeah, but you get so pissed." No, I used to get pissed at you. I just accept it as part of life now. Sometimes you're going to fuck up and use the wrong card. I've offered to write you down where to use things so you can just pull it up and go, "Oh, I'm at Meijer today. I can use Saver or I can use Bank of America, but nothing else."
Yeah. So
But no, you don't want me to write it down. So
you just want to grab whatever color looks good
right.
today.
And she's like, "Well, it's red like the other." I don't give a fuck. One says Bank of America, one does not. Okay. I don't give a shit what color they are.
You now see why I don't have a credit card.
Probably yes. And
But-
again, I mean, you know, I'm doing it because I'm maximizing my
Rewards,
reward
yeah.
points. You know, if I use Saver at a grocery store, I get 3% back. If
Yep.
I use Bank of America at a grocery store, I get I think
One.
I get 2 or 3% back. But if I use the regular Capital One, I get 1.5.
Right. So why you
It's costing me money to use that one instead.
Yep.
And I count every dime I have.
Everybody, yeah, say.
I told you about screwing up my back a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how I did it?
Bending over to
Bending
get,
over to pick up a fucking
Yeah.
penny.
yeah.
This is how cheap I am.
Which I thought was funny. So, you know, I say I want to get back to our donut experience,
Mhm.
our beer experience. I say sorry we tangent off.
That's all you guys do. No, I'm kidding. I like it.
Thanks,
what I
Don.
hear.
Thanks, Don.
I say
Thanks, Courtney.
no. Say she still hasn't listened to a single episode.
Well, I did listen to the mental health one. I did not get any feedback.
Oh, I say. But no, really, you know, so we're hoping, guys, if you're still with us, let us know if there's a brewery in your area that's doing great things for the community, great things for stuff, and we'd love to try to reach out to them, have them on. interview because we want to bring up this beer community and things like that.
Absolutely, we do.
So as always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family about us. And again, we really appreciate you listening. Any brewery that's doing amazing stuff, we want to hear about it.
Mike, what'd you drink tonight?
I was drinking a mix of Blake ciders.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Nick had the tried and true.
I say Bud Light, thank you. And just for everybody that knows, I sat here and shredded my plastic so that way ducks and chicks and all that don't
Hey,
get a hold
good
of it.
job.
That's something that's very important to me.
Some of the things we got coming up, we got 2 or 3 guests lined up for timeshares. You still need to watch the John Oliver one on timeshares last week with John Oliver. I told you you're going to need to watch it.
Did you send me a link?
It's on HBO Max, so you're going to have to watch mine.
Okay.
It's
I don't
excellent.
have HBO Max.
You do?
I
No.
don't.
So you'll have to watch it on mine, but it's excellent. You need to see it because
Yeah.
that's going to lead us into those conversations.
Sure.
Millennial Money Witch will be on coming up here sometime soon. I need to get back with her.
Mhm.
We do have a lot of exciting things coming up. We're going to be more regular once softball season ends. And, you know, if you have ideas on episodes that you guys want to hear, please let us know what you want to take up. There's a lot of interesting things going on money wise right now. We're back to the debt ceiling fight. If you want to get up to date on that, go back and listen to that episode. We had Professor Seawick on for that and a really good conversation. My mother, before we go, starts telling me, well, we're going to have this debt ceiling fight again. They need to cut spending. I'm like, that has not a fucking thing to do with the debt ceiling. And she goes, well, what do you mean? So I had to sit there and explain it to her. And she goes, well, why do Republicans do this? Because they just want to hold us hostage over bullshit so rich people can stay rich and poor people can get fucked.
Mhm.
She
Yeah.
goes, you know, if they really cared about people, they'd have like social programs for kids and I'm like, yeah, you're preaching to the choir here, okay?
Amen, sister. Amen. Say, mom, do you want me to just sit here and stand on 2 hands?
Exactly. Ring,
Uh,
ring.
Ring. So, guys, again, thanks so much. We'll talk to you real
Yeah,
soon.
thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll talk to you probably next week.
You've dialed in
To Box and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these
because
stuff.
they know the
And
brews.
they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, cause shit's not funny.
And save yourself some
Beer money, bucks,
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
brews.
and brews.
brews.
Bucks and brews.